In a small village by the Lohan River, there lived a boy named Arav. He was full of dreams and aspired to achieve great things in life. Every day, he watched motivational speeches and read inspiring stories. Each time he came across a powerful lesson, he felt a surge of motivation and told himself, "I will study for 6 hours every day. Tomorrow, I will wake up early and exercise." But unfortunately, this motivation never lasted long. At first, Arav would wake up early, study diligently, and follow his routine with enthusiasm. However, after just a week, he would lose interest, returning to his lazy habits, sleeping late, skipping studies, and procrastinating. One day, Arav noticed that his friend Vikram was always consistent. No matter the weather, Vikram woke up at the same time, studied regularly, and trained without fail. This puzzled Arav. "Vikram, how do you stay motivated every single day?" he asked, amazed. Vikram smiled. "I don't rely on motivation, Arav. I rely on discipline." Arav frowned, not fully understanding. Seeing his confusion, Vikram patted his shoulder and said, "Meet me at the riverbank tomorrow morning at sunrise. There's someone who will help you understand this better." The next morning, Arav arrived at the riverbank as the first rays of sunlight stretched across the sky. There, an old fisherman sat mending his fishing net. His hands were rough, his clothes simple, but his eyes reflected a lifetime of wisdom. "Grandfather," Vikram greeted him, "can you share the lesson you once taught me about discipline?" The fisherman looked at Arav with a kind smile. "You boy," he said, "do you see this river? Every morning I come here at the same time, whether it's cold, rainy, or scorching hot. I cast my net, wait patiently, and catch my fish. Some days I get plenty, some days I get little, and some days I get nothing at all. But I never stop coming. Do you know why?" Arav thought for a moment and replied, "Because you love fishing?" The old man chuckled. "No, my boy. It's because this is my duty. If I waited for motivation, I might not come every day. If I waited for perfect weather, my family would go hungry. I don't rely on motivation. I rely on discipline." Arav remained silent, listening carefully. The fisherman continued, "Motivation is like a spark. It comes and goes. But discipline is like a fire. It keeps burning no matter what." Then he pointed to a bamboo tree nearby. "Have you ever heard the story of the bamboo tree?" Arav shook his head. The fisherman smiled and began telling the story. A farmer once planted a bamboo seed. Every day, he watered it, gave it sunlight, and took care of it. But for an entire year, nothing happened. No growth at all. The second year passed, still nothing. The third year, still nothing. The fourth year, no change. People laughed at him, saying he was wasting his time, but he never gave up. Then, in the fifth year, something amazing happened. Within just 6 weeks, the bamboo tree grew 90 feet tall. Arav's eyes widened in astonishment. "Why did it grow so suddenly?" he asked. The fisherman nodded. For 4 years, the bamboo tree wasn't idle. It was growing strong roots underground, preparing itself for rapid growth. If the farmer had given up too soon, he would have never seen the results. Discipline is just like that. You may not see results immediately, but if you stay consistent, success will come when the time is right. Arav felt something change inside him. He realized he had been making a big mistake, waiting for motivation and expecting immediate results instead of being patient and disciplined. From that day forward, he changed his approach. He no longer waited for motivation, but created a strict daily routine, waking up early even when he wanted to sleep in, studying even when he felt bored, exercising even when he was tired. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Over time, Arav transformed. He was no longer the lazy boy who relied on bursts of motivation. His dedication and perseverance led him to become one of the most successful and respected individuals in the village. Whenever someone asked him for the secret to his success, Arav simply smiled and said, "Motivation comes and goes, but discipline lasts forever." Success is not about doing something big once in a while. It's about doing small things consistently every single day. And his final advice was, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today.